Well, good afternoon everybody. In 3 days time I'm going to be doing the Norfolk coastal path. I'm going to be doing the old Norfolk coastal path, that's Hunstanton down to Cromer. I do plan to do the other half of it, which is Cromer down to, can't remember where it's down to now, but I will be doing all of that at some point in time. But in 3 days time, on Sunday the 7th of September, I'm going to be doing the first part of the Norfolk coastal path. Recently in March I did the Peddars Way. That was the first long distance hike that I've done. I thoroughly enjoyed every single moment of that, and there was a couple of things that I learned along the way. One of which was the backpack. I did have this version, the black version, but in the large, and I soon realised that that was too big for me, and I was feeling some pains on my hips as I was walking. So I've gone for the next size down really. That fits me a hell of a lot better. So it fits so much better, it's unbelievable. Even if I put more weight in it, it still feels a lot more comfortable. So anyway, let's go through the pack. First of all, the trekking poles. Now, I don't use trekking poles for walking. They tell me that it is beneficial to do so, but I've never actually done it. And maybe I will give it a go on this occasion, but predominantly they're there for my trekking pole tent. So that's the trekking poles. We're going to go into the brains of the pack now. I haven't got massive amounts in here. In the top I've got some waterproof trousers, and I've also got 3 hats. Now, the reason I've got 3 hats is one is a beanie, one is just a thin hat with lots of holes in it to give me plenty of ventilation if it gets hot, and the other is a peak cap, but it's got a fleece lining, and that's very warm when I need it to be. So there's the hats, and none of them are very heavy, so they don't really take up too much weight. I've got a pair of little thin gaiters as well, to go over the top of my trail running shoes if the weather gets too wet along the way, and we are expecting some rain probably most days, to be honest. So in the next section, in here I've got my brew kit. Just got a few sachets of coffee in there, some tea bags, and a bit of powdered milk as well. Also I keep my first aid kit in there as well, easily accessible. That is a bare minimum really. There's just a few plasters in there, tick tweezers, and some compeeds as well. There's a little pair of tweezers in there as well. There's a spare lighter in there, and a little open-L knife. So it's I think it's a number 6, I think, and I've got it in red, and that is so I don't lose it really. I don't lose it in the grass or anything. Oh, and then I've got 4 long pegs that if I have to pitch my tent on the sand anywhere, these will go a lot deeper down into the sand and give me a secure fixing. So that's all that's in the brains of the pack. So let's open it up. First of all, I use quite a big pack liner, so everything goes inside this pack liner. These packs are absolutely fantastic, but they are not waterproof. The seams are not waterproof, and I don't want to get anything wet that's in here. So first of all, I've got a down jacket. It's from Decathlon, and it's made by Forclaz, which is one of their brands. I've had this coat for quite a long time now, and it is very warm. It's quite thin, but it does loft up a bit more, and it is very warm. Also, I've got a waterproof jacket as well. Again, I've had this one for a long time. It has been tried and tested. It has got wet, and it has kept me dry. This one's from Mountain Warehouse. Yeah, I mean, if it works and it's not broke, don't fix it. So then we've got the tent and the pegs for the tent, and it's the Lanshan 2. This is the 4-season version. I've taken the little pegs out that come with it, and I've just upgraded them a little bit. These are only from Amazon, they're nothing fantastic and special. There is 2 types in here. I've got 2 types in here, both the same thickness, but this one here has got the anchor points all the way around, and this one has got the anchor points on one side, but in 3 different heights. So it gives me a little bit of flexibility. Next is my cook system. So I've got a cook pot there, there's a cup inside there as well. There's a little tiny BRS stove, really little tiny one that's in there. That'll do all the cooking that I need it to do. And then there's my bottle of gas as well. That's the only method of cooking that I'm taking on this trip. Then we've got the sleeping bag. So this is a down sleeping bag made by Quasar. I think that's how you say it. It's got quite a good rating to it. I think it goes down to about -15 at its extreme. But I've used that for the last couple of times I've been out camping, and I did use it on the Peddars Way, and it is absolutely so lovely and warm. But to go with that, I have got the Light Tour sleeping pad as well. It boasts a 7.2, I think it is, rating. And yeah, I was not cold at all, and I did the Peddars Way back at the end of March, so we're just coming out of winter and going into spring. But yeah, that combination has kept me lovely and warm. Next, I've got my pillow. There's actually 2 pillows in there. The Aleph Plus from Trekology. Been using that pillow for years. It is a tried and tested, very comfortable pillow. Sometimes I'll wrap a buff around it just to give it a little bit more luxurious feel. But recently I've bought the little square one from Decathlon. Not very expensive, but I want to give that a go as well. So that's why I'm taking 2 pillows. And I'm just wondering if I'll get a better sleep if my head is a little bit higher up than just having the 1 pillow. So we'll give that a go anyway. Next, I've got the poo kit. Inside there is a toilet roll. There's a hand sanitizer in there. There's a roll of poo bags, dog's poo bags, just so I can get rid of any tissues or anything that I use, or toilet roll that I use. And then there's a trowel as well for digging a cat hole. Right, next we've got the clothes. A clothes bag. In here I've got, apart from the clothes that I'm going to be wearing, obviously I'm going to need a change. So in here I've just got a pair of wet shoes. I use them as camp slippers, very light, but they'll, they're just a change from my boots or shoes. I've got a buff in there. I've got a pair of these toed socks as well. I will be wearing a pair for the actual walk, but there is a spare pair in there as well. And a spare pair of socks to wear when I go to bed if I need to. Pair of pants, just one pair. There's a spare t-shirt, short sleeved, and it's a wicking t-shirt as well, so it's quick dry. There's another one there as well, so I've got two t-shirts. This one here is a long sleeve t-shirt, which I'll probably be wearing when I actually go on the walk to start with. And that's all basically. Don't need much really, so just so I've got a bit of a change. The reason I'm taking two t-shirts is so that one of them, probably that one, that I can wear when I go to bed if I feel like it's cold. I'm getting right down to the bottom of the bag now. I've got my hygiene kit, so I've got my toothbrush in there, toothpaste, there's some deodorant. I've also got some foot Vaseline as well to put over my feet at night, and then there's a microfiber towel as well. We'll get down the bottom. I've got my electrics, so I've got a pump for the airbed, I've got a head torch, and I've got a lamp for inside the tent. The pump is that also has a light on it as well, and I probably don't need to take the other camp light, but I'm going to leave it in. But this flex tail pump is their latest one. It is the latest one, and it's got quite a good lamp inside it, so that can hang up inside the tent anyway. Now I'm not taking a camera light either, so I'll be using those to help me light up if I need to while I'm filming. Let's put that back in there. Yeah, so that's my electrics kit. And again, you'll see I'm not using dry bags for all of these. I'm just using little Ziploc bags. Just that shaves off that little fraction of weight in the kit. Now we get down the bottom, I've got my food kit. So in here I'm just taking a couple of the Wayfarers. I've got a couple of soups in there as well. I've also got a couple of instant noodles. I've got some snack bars as well, just to eat, en route. And I've also made up some packs with mylar bags of porridge oats as well. Right, there's a pack of antibacterial wipes as well. That forms part of my wash kit. That's what I'll be using predominantly to have a wash with. And then I've got a washing up kit as well. There is a little scouring pad in there, a little bit of washing up liquid, and then there is a little microfiber towel in there for wiping down the inside of the tent if there's condensation. So that's all that's in the main pack. Going to go to the front now. Haven't got a lot in here, just a couple of bags to put rubbish in, and I always just shove a couple of little carrier bags in the bottom of my pack anyway. So yeah, that's the pack. The clothes, in addition to that, I'll be wearing the Ultra Lone Peak 9 shoes. I've been wearing them just for walking about generally for the last 2 or 3 days to get used to them, but I am going to be wearing those to do the walking. Those in conjunction with the toed socks. I'm hoping that that's going to help me out from a blister point of view. So when I did the Peddars Way, the main things that I would change from that walk was the pack was the first thing. Hopefully this one now is a better fit. It feels like it's a better fit, but I haven't done a long walk in it yet. But we'll find out once we do this Norfolk coastal path. The other was blister management. So I've been reviewing, what to do to prevent blisters, and one of those things was to wear the toed socks. But I've also got the Vaseline foot treatment that I'm going to do each night as well. But then also I've bought trail running shoes, as opposed to I was wearing Salomon boots, hiking boots last time, and whilst they were really comfortable, I did develop some really bad blisters on the backs of my heels, both in the same place on both feet. So hopefully I've solved that problem. Everything else is pretty much the same. I am going to be trying to change to the pillow, so that's another change that potentially I'll be doing. I've also changed the tent as well. I did use the Lanshan 2, the green version, which was the 3-season last time. No real reason for the change really. That was more than adequate. But I've got the 4-season one anyway, so I should be using that. Other than that, everything is pretty much the same. So there should be no reason why I don't have a successful camp and hike. So with that said, I will be filming this the whole time. I'm only taking the GoPro Hero 12. I'm taking 5 batteries, and I'm also taking an Anchor power bank as well, a 20,000. So hopefully that's going to be enough to keep my batteries charged up and also keep my mobile phone charged up. Obviously all of that weight gets added to this. In terms of water, I'm not going to be carrying loads of water, because the Norfolk coastal path from Hunstanton all the way down to Cromer, there's lots of shops and water locations along the way, so we can save that weight carrying it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it really. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the hike. I'll be filming it along the way, and in 2 or 3 weeks time that'll be up on YouTube for anybody that's interested in watching it. So until that time, if you do like this sort of thing, please click on the subscribe button, and if you do like this video or any of the videos that come out of this walk, please click on like on those as well. So until the next time, stay safe out there, and hopefully I'll see you out on the trail sometime.